What is poppin' people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We have Toho Braves and Hudiemon. So yeah, this one again, just doing some old footage, just going through some things. You know, now that we're not getting as many TB games, I can sprinkle in a couple of these. So we're gonna get Analog, which does find our rookie, and then Kunlun's Imperial Order. To go from there, do turn a Mirror into an KnTElixar, and then we're gonna swing in and get our Gotsu in, and gonna go in for the 2 checks, die on the first, and then use Keisuke, bounce back the Gotsu with the Erika, get that bad boy in raising. So ends up passing low, or passing 3, and then keeping turn with the Wanko off of the Genshi continent. We're gonna double up on the dogs. Alright, raise up, start a main, gain 1, then we're going to spend all 4, hit the DP minus, and then Cheeto is going to give us the Angemon, going to give us the draw, decline to DNA. Then we are going to use the Inherit of the Gotsu to play out the Betamon. Is going to add back the Seedra, then it's going to be Chitose to -3, and then flicker the Chitose to give us our second body. We are freaking huge. But not big enough to beat over Chaosmon, Volderarm, and Security. You could argue the first one is kind of like, yeah, you know, it was not really supposed to live, but yeah, that second Security is kind of egregious. I guess it would have died on the second check anyway, but yeah, kind of low roll in terms of DP. Like, you prioritize the Erika over the Keisuke, which would have been enough to be over it, but it is what it is. I always forget that thing doesn't have jamming because it's a blue body. Choosing to go into security, let it go into security rather than block it. I actually think I might have preferred to see the block come through just to prevent the damage, but I guess the idea is that, you know, if you know, a tamer pops out of security, we go foolish. But hitting security did mean we get the Kaguya, which gives us the triple wide board, and we get to lock down a tamer. Going to lock down the Erika, turn off the hybrid. Makes sense. Stun main phase, going to gain all of our memory, and then we're going to give us an upright Erika off of the Mirror. Then we're going to go Hudiemon, which is going to give us a Yugo. I don't hate this. I'm going to give the DP minus to the smallest bot. No, okay. Going to give it to the Karakuru. That makes sense. And then pick up the Tento. Problem is, we still kind of have to play for board here. Like, we can't really make a meaningful clear, because you do need Betamon in order to cycle the bodies down. So we're going to go Betamon and then tap Chitose to -3 the body, and then we're going to actually flicker the Yugo, which is going to hit just the Gotsumon here. And then we're going to give Ryuji to Comet Hammer, de-digivolve with the Comet Hammer. And then the weird thing is, we still kind of have to Alliance here to force the block out. This is going to be retaliation, which is obviously very unfortunate. Didn't have enough DP minus to clear a de-digivolved Karakuru. And then we're just going to, yeah, play the Betamon for 3 to pass turn, add back the Hoodie, and then put a Tento in raising off of the Erika. And then we're going to Keisuke, just fully take ourselves off board just to give him nothing to interact with. It's one of those where, like, you know, Hoodie's greatest strength is the fact that it doesn't have to play on board with you, but at the same time, the green aspects of Toho Braves do allow you to really mess with these tamer heavy strategies. Obviously, we've not seen anything like Sanmyojin arrival, so it's been a little bit more difficult to meaningfully interact with these bodies. Ideally, you'd like to see something like Kaguya swing, play out a body, and then end on invasion, so that way if the Hoodie drops the value, then you get to go. But it looks like we're just going to prioritize having an upright retail blocker, have the Sanmyojin arrival, and kind of go from there. So Active phase, gonna raise up, gain so much memory. And then we're gonna get our Hudiemon down for reduced cost, gonna give us the beta. Beta, super important. Again, we just need to keep cycling Hudiemons as best we can. I don't know if we've actually seen more than these two that we've cycled. Nothing's been bot decked yet, so you have to be careful basically to make it so that we have something that insulates, potentially. Actually, it's only DP minus, I'm pretty sure, for the Ryuji, so we can't actually flicker the Ryuji to go that way. I think maybe potentially wanting to save our -3 for the body that floats out. Because in theory, if we have a lot of value, and like the Yugo does mean that we can potentially make a second stack. Okay. Gonna go for Destruction Cannon, pop a level 6. Using Ryuji for the suspension effects to do it. And then because this is interruptive, it means we get to float out into another Kaguya. And then this means that we get to choose what we're going to do. I'm gonna float into the Kaguya play, potentially Kokeshi? No, choosing not to play the Kokeshi, actually. Just gonna bot deck the hoodie during the attack. Obviously, we can use Erica here. Like we can hybrid over the Erica. But just gonna choose to go for the Angemon. Just choke to 1, establish more and more tamers, but we just can't meaningfully stop this. This is still potentially 2 checks. Like, we're gonna swing when attacking, play Wanko. Wanko check top 3, reveal the Susan. It's gonna be check 1. And then we've potentially got that second check for the Hani. Not enough for lethal, which does matter. Like, not being able to alliance this check does matter. We get to swing in. We're gonna draw 1, trash 1. And then, oh, Genshi Continent, I forgot. We get to go into the Shishima here. We're gonna stun the Wanko, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah, this is gonna be, yeah, you gotta rip the hoodies. Unfortunately, the turn that we took ourselves off board, we weren't able to save the hoodies because we didn't get to make the beta. So this is the one turn that, this is how we're gonna find out whether we actually did have the third hoodie scene. We've drawn a lot of cards, so it's entirely possible. Lock down 1 Erica just to try and turn off a hybrid for game. Still so much to work with. We do get to push out. This is 9 memory. The game is going long. We do have a Hudiemon revealed, but again, especially now that the Kaguya is here, this is potential bot deck that's really frustrating. So I think we actually need to make 2 bodies here. I'm gonna go Sidramon, play Angemon potentially. Ice Archery, get the stun on Karakuru. -3 to clear the Kokeshi. And then Destruction Cannon clears the other body. Get to cast another Ice Archery. So we do make it into security. We do die. Does make you wonder why we didn't actually see the Hudiemon come down this time. We are going to go Erica for the hybrid into the Hudiemon finally. And we have the means of making Shaq, but we don't have a way to regress. Do get the Sidramon played off of this. And then I think we're just making sure we spread our DP minus correctly, because the last thing we want to do is actually proc the float here. So we're going to get to swing. Potentially flicker Chitose. I think if we flicker Chitose, this guarantees that we get to make a Shaq. We're going to clear the Karakuru, which does float into Kokeshi with the pop. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Yeah, and then we get the bot deck as well. So it just kind of clears both. I think we needed to prioritize. Yeah, I think we needed to make it so we'd have enough bodies to make Shaq from that position. Obviously, Shaq still doesn't fix the problem because, like, we've got 1 memory here. We've got a body that floated. Because if we at least had the Golemon would keep you safe. We do get to bounce and pass back. We actually weren't pushing for lethal. We know we have Susan, so it's kind of surprising. Finally, our second egg shows up, as this is the first time that we haven't just looped the Ericas. Gonna see the Hoodie come down. This is the fourth one now. Gonna give us the Caesar, the Digimon. Is that Comet Hammer they got? Oh yeah, Digivolve down. Digivolve down, then DP minus. So yeah, it did. Yeah, the Comet Hammer is enough to get the clear here. This is going in for so many checks. Yeah, so Flicker the Chitose, not the Keisuke. Double pickup of Tamers. And then check 1, check 2, Shack to burn. So we do, after a grueling game 1, pick it up on the Hoodie side. And if you've been liking this content and you're looking to try and dodge the ads, you can do so for as little as £1 a month by hitting the join button. If you've subscribed, you can support me on my daily Digimon conquest. Up at the ultimate tier though, our highest tier, we do have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the sticks on the left side of your screen, Brad, King of Knights on the right, Rich Life, Sacred Armor, Zachary Nolan, Volty C, The Vortex, Sir Wiccan, Cobb Unbound, and Digivolving. Up to the ultimate tier, we got Bilal Sadawi, so thank you very much for joining that. But also our champion tier, getting podcast content from the bonus content, 1 month early, we got Shinikari DHM, Andy Fing, Benji Gibber, Kenneth Smith, Mart FGC, Kraken Security, Stephen Hodgen, Obsidian Cross, Pap Kava, Samuel Larson, Harlequin, Vival Kazas, Retro Donkey, Scott Monnier, Joseph Vang, Soy Sauce, Sleeping Squids, Brisk Kitty, Top, and Mako Stygian. So it looks like we build a 4 in the back, and we're going to go Rookie, Analog Youth, and Kunlun's Imperial Order. Gonna swing in, get our double draw, and then down comes Sidra for the second draw. This time we at least don't die on the first check or even the second, but we do pass over an Analog Youth. Keisuke for the one choke, bounce back, and not establish anything further is a little concerning, but it does mean that we can't double punish. We could choose to take ourselves off board, but why would we not just execute? I'm gonna go in with the Shishimamon at security, draw 1, trash 1, draw 1, trash 1, check 1, turn into Kaguya, and then Kaguya is gonna give us the Wanko for the search. Ryugu and Wanko picked up. And then end of attack, we do get to play out the Hudiemon, and then the execute is going to clear Kaguya. Kaguya play Honey. Pitch 1, draw 2, no need to Analog Youth, as we do obviously have that memory setter. So 4 wide board on turn 2. Kinda goes crazy. Only 1 check versus the 3 checks that came in, but like Lamau. I think we'd be in a very different position if we'd found a Tamer off of the Keisuke. I think that would have like mattered more. I think like obviously we would be losing that body realistically, but we're gonna go Betamon to grab back a Seedramon, and we're just going to try place an extra body, and then we're gonna add back the Keisuke. I like this. Put the Ryuji down. This gives us a little chump blocker just to try and eat something if we did go in for Alliance, or if we did go in for like a 2-check Bungus. I'm gonna swing in. I think it's really important that we deny some damage here. Never mind, Kokeshi is going to clear that option entirely. When attacking does get to play, it's the same as her on play. And it might also be a when Digivolving as well. But yeah, once per turn, you get to play that body. And speaking of that body, that Analog Boy, that's a body of all time. 2 drop, 2 to trash, minimum. And in this deck that actually, you know, options aren't dead off the reveal is the card of all time. And speaking of the card of all time, we now basically have an end game board. You basically cannot meaningfully interact with this. We're certainly going to try, as we are going to have Hoodie play Chitose down, -3 clears 1. Swing, this should be play out the Sidra, tap the Chitose to -3, clear the Vanko, and then flicker it to minus enough. Tap Ryuji, then we're going to stun the Kaguya and an Analog Youth because it does hit Tamers. 2 checks, dies on the second. I have a feeling that we had Shakomon in hand. I can't fully see it, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling that if that lived, that was game. Yeah, I can't fully see it in hand. It's close, but I'm gonna see Betamon pitch Worm, add back Gotsu. And because we haven't found Erica yet, we're not actually able to keep the on turns going. It's one of the things that usually makes Hoodie so strong is like, as much as Keisuke is, you know, looping 10,000 tamers, which is going to give you those start of main gain memories, the main actual thing here is that the Ericas prevent you from having the off turns. Ice Archery. Gonna stun the Kaguya and another analog, presumably. This does matter because it does mean that we actually can't keep turn from the... Yeah, this is actually kind of cool. We don't get to keep turn with the analog youths because we've stunned 2 of them. So even though we get cleared and goodbye Hudiemon, goodbye Wormmon. Yep, excellent pickup. We do only get... I say only get... Oh no, I guess we were gonna pay Evo costs. Oh, actually no, we didn't. We did not pay Evo costs. Since we couldn't keep turn, we just don't tap any of the analogs. They are unfrozen now. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, we don't have a means of casting these ice archeries. So unless we can find exactly Golem, it was kind of wraps. Because like Golem defensively can be a wanker. I'm not talking no Wankomon. Just gonna evolve. We found Golem. Yeah, we find Golem. And then we clear one of the bodies. Yeah. And then we get to add back the Hudiemon, keep it safe. Rookie and back. Yeah, and I don't hate this. This is... Oh, I do hate that. Kokeshi, yep. Susan, no need to interact with that last security. That's game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Oh, YouTube, it's probably about time I did one of these again. If you're seeing this, that means you are not a member and you may also not be subscribed. You should check and see if you're subscribed. A lot of people watch my content daily and don't actually subscribe. Check and see if you're one of those people. It might even be glowing for you under the video. But yeah, I'm here to just say consider joining the members. For joining as little as £1 a month, you can dodge these for the rest of watching Digimon on my channel. And you can support the channel and help us do close to daily as I can for Digimon. Appreciate everyone that's been through everything with us. In 2025 was an awesome year, and hopefully I want to be able to do a lot more cool stuff in 2026. So with your support, it makes it possible to be able to branch out and do other things. So yeah, it took me 10 days into the new year to record a new sponsor segment. But yeah, if you're seeing this, that means there was no other sponsor. So please consider supporting me. Bye. And with the third and final game, I want to talk about our third tier. We do got the rookies. If I get to see you at regional events or anything like that, then we can get you some cooked greuler sleeves. It's a little bit of a step over the Digi Eggs, and I appreciate every single one of you. We got Total Sovereign, Balfi, Marcio, Gretzi, Brando, Kessa, Z Slasher, Silver Chariot, Sanjit PS, La Ott, Ulcrest, Random Factor, Wilbur Velasquez, Traitor Modred, Shane Waite, You Wish Too Much, Brad Rule, Sun Kane Rock, Samurai Giallo, Tom Grunt, and Jambo TCG. We got Hudiemon and Samyojin. One of the strongest openers you can get, but Gotsu Erica ain't bad either. I'm gonna pass it back for a pickup and 2 in trash off the analog youth. Gain 1, keep turn with the golem. This is crusty. This is pretty crusty. Like, as far as things go... Whoa, Samyojin. Things go from bad to worse. 2 checks, we do live. And then passing 3 with double Samyojin set is scary. I'm gonna choose to add the golem back because we recognize that, like, defensively, this might be how we have to try and play. Are gonna get stunned anyway off of the Shellmon. Swing in, draw 1, trash 1, check 1, Chitose. Play Gotsu for the search whilst we can. We'll pick up Erica and the Comet Hammer, and then we're gonna get Kaguya, make Wanko, and then we can get the Kokeshi. Oh, okay. So we're gonna get the Kokeshi down. Kokeshi choose to pop the Kaguya, which then triggers Samyojin arrival. We obviously do get the pop on the Angemon, but this Angemon was like dead 7 ways from Sunday. Get to bot deck it as well off of the Amaterasu, and we kept 1 Samyojin live as well. We're gonna do what we can as we are going to start of main. become DP minus immune thanks to the Ryuji, but I don't think that's really going to matter. Going to get the golem out here. And this is kind of cute. So we're going to clear the Wonko. We're going to swing the hoodie, and then when the golem goes sideways, this will pop another body. Oh, ice archery, yes. Stun the 2-checker. I don't hate this. Minus, oh, it's so clean. -3 off of the Chitose going sideways, then tap the golem. Golem gets to pop the Kokeshi. Does it pop on play cost or DP? I was saying this line with so much confidence. Is this not the wave? Oh, yeah, we have to flicker as well. Oh, and we get Destruction Cannon off of that. Nice. Okay. So Destruction Cannon does get the clear, and then we get enough that we do get to clear the Kaguya. This, unfortunately, is a 2-for-1 trade, and the Kokeshi gets to come down. It's pretty miserable. Samyojin as well. Like, it's just so important. It gives us the Shishima. Doesn't even execute, assembly the execute. So we are just going to pass on a Betamon, bounce it back, and put Tento in back. But I don't think we're going to get an extra turn here, gang. Swing Shishima. Shishima gets the turn into Amaterasu. Do get 2 spun, 2 checks, 1 check, and then Susan to finish the game. So it's going to be Toho Braves that win locals finals of some random week at Jesters. If you did like what you saw, you do want to see more, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If today is your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.